Okay, we're going to start with our warm-up. So these are the questions, the essential questions that I want us to keep in mind when we're working on our poems today. So how does an author develop a theme throughout a poem, and how does an author's voice impact our understanding of a poem? So think about what you've done with your poetry so far. How would you say an author develops a theme in a poem? What goes into that? Yes, ma'am? Diction, wording. Okay, what else goes into creating a theme in your poem? Yes, ma'am?
It might choose certain words really try to keep it
Right. So including imagery, literary devices. And remember, I told you for your poem, when we start editing here in a second, I told you remember to label the 3 literary devices that you use. And if you use more, you can label those as well. All right, so second question then. How does an author's voice impact our understanding of a text? So how does their voice impact our understanding? What would you say? Okay. Okay, so she said that the point of view would be changed, or the author's point of view could change your point of view, or are you talking about like narrative perspective? Okay, so a narrative perspective. And remember I told you guys too that that's something that you could include into your poem. Like you don't, like Gipsy for example, you email me and ask me, can I have some darkness in my poem, even though it's not about me, and I said, yes, because it doesn't have to be a first-hand experience, but you can write it from a first-person point of view, and it will add a little bit more impact into your poem. Yes, ma'am?
By voicing words, like how to use words in order to show like how to feel, like the mood.
Right, our choice of words. Okay, so this is the peer editing I would like us to do today before you guys present your poems. So in your Google Classroom, let me pull it up real quick. I'll show you on the board first, and then you can pull it up in Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, you'll see this handout. So all you'll do is you'll pick a partner. Whoever the person is that wrote the poem, put their name here. Whoever's reviewing, put their name here. And then you're answering these 8 questions, okay, to help the other person. So this is one last pair of eyes on your poem before we get into presentations. Okay, so these questions, like the first one is pretty simple. Does this look like a poem? So did you write it with lines? Do you have lines? Do you have stanza? Or is it a blob, like a paragraph blob? Okay, so you help each other with this. Work with a buddy. At the bottom of this peer review sheet, this is something for you to do individually. Okay, so these are some different things, and you guys are a more advanced class. So when I took creative writing in college, these are things that I was told by a professor to do when I'm revising my papers. So you'll look at this list and you'll just choose 3 to try out on your own poem. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Is this on Google Classroom?
Yes, this is on Google Classroom. All right, so I'm going to give you some time now to work with the partner. You can pull up your Google Classroom. You'll also see in Google Classroom I've got the peer review, but I've also got a place for us to turn in our poem. And remember, I didn't specify. You could handwrite your poem or you could type your poem. Any other questions? All right, so you guys go ahead and work with your buddy. Let's get started on that. Is it a slam or is it a fireside? Also, while we're working with our peer, go ahead and pull out your Poetry for All handout with the rubric on it so that you can look over, make sure you're good with the stuff on the rubric.
Yes, that's fine. Importance.
If you can.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, but it is definitely separation is where I
I don't know how to I'm speaking correctly, so. You understand it? That's another question I have.
Okay.
Which one are you doing? I love to.
If you didn't do a set rhyme scheme, then you do the same. Everyone okay over So name. Didn't you do four? Don't forget to go through and label your literary devices. So just put it beside the line that you use the literary devices. Here, I'll take the pass.
Did you write that? Don't listen to this. Oh, this is I'm confused here. This is your moment. This is yours. I'm confused. This is what you are. Know your friends. Yeah.
Ooh, whose is this all highlighted?
Obviously yours.
Now listen, even though you're writing lines, you still have punctuation. So when you're ending this, if you have sentences, end your sentence with a period or question mark or whatever. You know, you still have punctuation. Is this my key down here?